A seismic shift is rocking the WNBA, and every fan can feel the vibrations. When DeWanna Bonner, a seasoned champion with countless playoff battles under her belt, decided to join the Indiana Fever, it wasn't just a routine free agent signing. It was a statement that the league's balance of power might be on the verge of a dramatic realignment. At the heart of this shift lies the magnetic force that is Caitlin Clark, a player who stormed into the league and immediately had everyone talking. Some say her hype is excessive, others call it well-deserved. But one thing is certain: the Fever are no longer just another team. They're on the cusp of becoming something much bigger. Few rookies have entered the league with as much fanfare and controversy as Caitlin Clark. Her fearless shooting range, viral highlight reels, and knack for clutch performances grabbed national headlines even before she went pro. But with intense spotlight comes intense debate. Certain critics claim the constant coverage overshadows WNBA veterans who have paid their dues. Others argue Clark's presence is exactly what the league needs to draw more eyes to women's basketball. Still, rumors swirl. Will the hype be too much for a newcomer to handle, or is she poised to revolutionize the sport? While some fans see only pure star power, others detect a potential challenge to the established order. Whatever side you're on, it's impossible to ignore the gravitational pull she exerts on the Indiana Fever. Before Bonner arrived, the Indiana Fever were already sowing seeds of promise. A few seasons ago, it felt like the team was stuck in perpetual rebuild mode. Lots of potential on paper, but never quite the winning results fans longed for. Then came Aaliyah Boston, a rookie with a combination of size, skill, and calm composure that was impossible to overlook. Paired with Kelsey Mitchell's quiet but lethal scoring prowess, the Fever signaled that they were done being a doormat. Late last season, we caught a glimpse of their hunger. They didn't bow out gracefully against higher-seeded teams. They fought tooth and nail. Observers started whispering that something special was brewing in Indiana. Once overshadowed, they began to look like the perfect place for a star in the making. Enter Caitlin Clark, and now DeWanna Bonner. Suddenly, the entire complexion of the franchise changed. For those who questioned why Bonner chose Indiana, the answer is more layered than meets the eye. Yes, she wanted to be closer to family, especially her children. But athletes of Bonner's caliber don't join teams solely for lifestyle perks. She sees gold in this young core. She sees a chance to bring her championship DNA to a roster that's knocking on the door of real contention. Bonner's track record is nearly unmatched. She's logged some of the highest totals in WNBA playoff minutes, hoisted trophies, and battled alongside and against Hall of Famers. When a player of that caliber says she wants to link up with an up-and-comer like Clark, you can bet there's a method behind it. Yet, with that method comes speculation. Could her strong personality and leadership style clash with younger, equally fiery teammates? Or will this synergy catapult the entire squad to new heights? The rumor mill has gone wild with theories, but Bonner remains steadfast. She's here to guide, to push, and to turn potential into championships. It's one thing to collect talented players, it's another to mold them into a cohesive unit. The Fever already boasted an interesting mix of rookies, budding stars, and overlooked gems. Adding Bonner injects a shot of high-octane leadership into that dynamic. She's vocal, she demands excellence, and she knows how to maintain that standard over an entire season, plus the grueling postseason grind. Critics point out that such a strong-willed veteran could inadvertently overshadow the development of younger players. Yet those who know Bonner best argue the opposite. She thrives on elevating her teammates. She aims to empower them with knowledge gained through years of playoff battles. Still, controversies linger. Some online chatter insists there's bound to be friction when veterans accustomed to calling the shots meet rookies with massive fanfare. Whether that tension is real or fabricated, only time will tell. In a league that thrives on rivalries, one of last season's most unforgettable moments was a brief but intense playoff confrontation between Caitlin Clark and DeWanna Bonner. Two alpha competitors refusing to back down when everything was on the line. Now, they're wearing the same jersey, sharing the same court, and possibly forging an alliance that could reshape the Eastern Conference standings. Bonner has been open about her admiration for Clark's skill set. She's especially intrigued by how Clark's court vision and shooting range force defenses to make impossible choices. On the flip side, Clark seems ready to soak up any wisdom Bonner can offer, particularly regarding playoff intensity, where margins are razor thin. Yet, the biggest question remains, will they seamlessly mesh, or will they butt heads when the game is on the line? An undercurrent of curiosity follows every practice, every preseason workout, as fans clamor to see if this combination can ignite a championship spark. Lost in the glitz of Clark's hype and Bonner's star power is a guard named Kelsey Mitchell, a lethal scorer who has spent years quietly racking up points, often without the national spotlight she deserves. She's fast, fearless, and can put up big numbers in a hurry. But because the Fever weren't exactly capturing headlines, many casual fans slept on her brilliance. Now, with Bonner praising Mitchell as one of the league's most dynamic guards, the secret is out. This might be Mitchell's best shot at league-wide recognition. Then there's Aaliyah Boston, whose potential seems limitless. She's calm under pressure, physically imposing, and hungry to prove she belongs among the WNBA's elite. Bonner has already mentioned that for the Fever to be great, Boston must be dominant. That's a lofty endorsement, and a lot of pressure to throw onto a young player's shoulders. Still, everything about Boston's demeanor suggests she's ready. She's voiced her desire to anchor the paint, lead defensively, and learn from veterans like Bonner on how to handle physical, high-stakes matchups in the postseason. Often overshadowed by bigger headlines, Natasha Howard's move to Indiana happened before Bonner's, and it made a strong statement of its own. Howard is a multi-time All-Star and a proven winner. She's accustomed to playing alongside top-tier talents and knows how to shoulder championship expectations. With both Howard and Bonner now in Indiana, you're looking at a 1-2 veteran punch that can guide the younger players while still contributing on the court at a high level. This pairing could be the difference between a fun team to watch and a genuine title contender. The rumor mill suggests that Howard and Bonner have been in constant communication about setting a cohesive tone in the locker room. The plan, as they see it, is to blend their leadership styles without stepping on each other's toes. If it works, the Fever might have the best mix of veteran steadiness and youthful fire in the entire league. Step back for a moment and look at the lineup the Fever are piecing together. You have Clark orchestrating the offense, Mitchell scoring in bunches, Boston holding it down inside, and Bonner and Howard stabilizing both ends of the floor. That is formidable on paper, enough to rattle even the most established teams. Yet seasoned fans know that simply stocking up on talent doesn't guarantee rings. Chemistry takes time to build. Egos have to be checked at the door. Roles need to be defined and embraced. However, the buzz around Indiana is palpable. Fans sense something special is forming. Some believe they're witnessing the dawn of a new WNBA powerhouse. Others remain skeptical, pointing out that new super teams often stumble before finding their groove. Which side is right? We're about to find out. And if you ask Bonner, or indeed any member of this Fever team, they'll tell you the league is underestimating them at its own peril. DeWanna Bonner didn't come to Indiana for a mere change of scenery. She arrived with a vision to help a rising squad realize its fullest potential. Her synergy with Caitlin Clark, the blossoming stardom of Aaliyah Boston, and the under-the-radar dominance of Kelsey Mitchell all coalesce into a dynamic that could alter the WNBA landscape. Add Natasha Howard's seasoned presence, and you have a team set on proving that last year's flashes of brilliance were just the beginning. Is this the start of the Fever's climb to championship glory, or is the hype a step ahead of reality? One thing's certain, the excitement is electric, the stakes are sky high, and there's an air of unpredictability that makes the WNBA more thrilling than ever. Strap in, because if Bonner has her way, the Fever aren't just eyeing the playoffs, they're aiming to become the next dominant force in women's basketball. And with each fierce practice, each relentless possession, that dream inches closer to reality. Think the Fever have what it takes to rewrite WNBA history? Let us know your thoughts, share your predictions, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. The next chapter in Indiana's story is about to unfold, and it just might shake up the entire league.